Here's the real deal. Screw-ups are part of learning. Screw-ups are part of developing, but you don't need to make the screw-ups. You can learn from me, and you can learn from the people that I've learned for. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 mistakes that you don't need to make. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become more confident leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. Now, before we dive in, make sure you grabbed your free PDF of 14 things that all new managers must know. I promise you, read it today, you will be more confident in your skill set tomorrow. So mistakes that managers make. The first one is they lean heavily on the skills that got them into the management position. You were probably really good at accounting. You were probably really good at sales. You were probably really good at your job. And that is what got you the promotion, because it got you noticed. They're saying, wow, Mike really stands out. He really knows his job. Of course, he's going to be a manager. He knows what it is, but you don't. The mistake that we make is that we think, okay, my supervisor, my boss, the manager, whatever, saw that how good I was at my job, and that's why I got the promotion, so I'm good. But you are not good. The skills that got you the promotion are not the skills that are going to help you develop as a leader. You need to go and grab books, seminars, watch more videos on this channel, but anything that you can do to elevate a new skill set. It's great that you have the knowledge of the people you're managing. Like, you know what they're supposed to be doing. That's great. But that's not what it takes to lead the team. So you have to make sure you're investing in your own development, in increasing your knowledge, because this is now a different game. The next thing that new managers try to do is that they try to be the cool boss. And I know, listen, I've got a video about being the cool boss, and I'm going to share that with you later. But what you need to understand is the goal is not to be the cool boss. Like, I'm thinking of my good friend Michael from The Office. He has the best heart, and he always wants to be in the cool with the cool kids and bring all the flair to work. That's not how you become the cool boss. The cool boss, I will rephrase to say, you want to be the trusted boss. You want to be the one that people trust to go to. That is where the power is. That is where you really feel like you're starting to accomplish things with your team, because they trust you and you trust them. So it's not about hanging out for work after drinks and being in on the latest stories, and it's being the trusted boss. You can be cool at home. The next mistake that new managers make is they say, I did this. I accomplished that. We need to take that word out of your vocabulary. It is now we. We did this. We have to do that. We are going to look after this. We've succeeded. The team succeeded. The team developed this process. The team developed. There is no more I, except when you take the L. If your team has taken a loss, they messed something up, they missed a deadline, that is where you say, I missed the deadline. I messed this up. You take the heat for the team. But when it's the glory, I needs to come out of your vocabulary, and it becomes we, us, the team. Now, if you're getting any value out of this video, I need you to clack that like button, and let's get it out to more people. The next mistake is that new managers feel like they shouldn't be accepting help. Like, they need to know it all. And that could not be further from the truth. You need help. Asking for help, receiving or accepting help, that is one of the ways that we build trust. When you come in as a new manager, everybody knows that you don't know it all. Everybody knows you're going to need help, except for you. You think you need to know it all. You think you have to do it all yourself. You think you should have all the answers. And again, that cannot be further from the truth. You're new. Everybody new has to learn. Everybody new needs help. So do not be afraid to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness. Actually, the flip. It is the sign of strength. So do not be afraid to ask for help. And this mistake, it may be hard at first to balance out, depending on your personality. But when you come in too high or you come in too low, and then they flip-flop, Your team needs to know that for the most part, you come in at an even keel. You're just who you are. There's really, you don't get overly worked up. You don't get overly down in the dumps. You are the status bar for how the emotions of the office should be. So again, you don't want to come in and like, whoa, we're good every day, and then you're down in the ditch the next day. Or you don't want to be like, the world is over, this job sucks. Your team wants to be able to count on you to be that guiding light. A little bit more positive than anything, but level-headed. If you've ever worked for somebody who is overly, above the moon and then they're down in their grave, you can understand that it is hard to read that person. It's hard to know, like, I need to ask for a day off next week, but there's a roller coaster of a supervisor that I have to ask, so I don't know what mood they're going to be in today. Again, I understand we're people. We have our own bags of crap to carry around, but we want to do our best to be as level as possible. Outside circumstances will affect your day, your mood, understood. But as long as we're trying our best to keep it level so that our team knows that we're coming in and they don't need to worry about our emotions for that day. That 9 times out of 10, they know that Mike comes in at this level and this is where he stays. No matter if it's really good news or really bad news, he just stays pretty close. That's what you want to be. So do your best to kind of keep those emotions from overflowing to everybody all the time. Now, we talked about the cool manager. And if that's your goal, or you think that's what you want to be, because I think everybody wants to have that idea of the cool boss, the cool, the mentor that everybody wants to come to and learn from, you need to watch this video because I'm talking about the cool manager, but there's a little bit more depth to it than just being cool like this guy. Okay, get your coffee, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.